What's up, everybody? So yeah, 24 years old and single. Um, it's really a good thing, honestly. I have so much more time now to do shit. Um, Save a lot more money. Because people don't understand, like, being in a relationship is a lot of commitment, and I mean, if you're doing it right, of course. There's a lot of commitment, a lot of compromise. You can't be really selfish in a good, healthy, stable relationship. But when you're single, especially being in your 20s, when you're kind of on the come up in life, you can literally, damn, what the hell? Vibrate my shit. You can literally make so much progress in your 20s being single, like just being on the come up in life. Like, I can invest all that money into myself all the time. Because, see, like, you could always make more money, but, like, your guys' time is something you can't ever get back. Time is very valuable, it's very precious. And when you're with somebody, a lot of that time is devoted to them. Otherwise, they're going to find somebody else that can give them that time. So it's very important, And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be in a relationship in your 20s. I don't think that at all. I mean, I think, honestly, this is what I think. Like, if you can find the right partner, I think you're going to be better off, actually. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I think you'll be better off if you find the right partner. Think about it. Like, and whether you're a girl or a guy watching this, like, yeah, I mean this for, like, both. But since I'm a guy, I'll just speak for the guys. As a guy, like, if you get the right woman into your life, bro, you get so much energy from that shit, man. It literally makes you feel like you can do anything. You feel inspired to just be the best man possible you can be. And it's that's how it should be. And it should be like that too if you're single. But when you have someone that believes in you and loves you for you, supports you in all the ways, like, that's where you really become your best version, I believe. But here's the thing, in order to find that, because most relationships when you're young, you're not going to find the right person because both you guys don't really know who you are and where you want to be. So that's why it's important to kind of spend that time working on yourself. Um, and that's kind of the difference that it seems like a lot of guys make my age versus, like, women. It just seems like a lot of women, like, go to college and they spend their 20s, like, having fun, being in their hoe phase. And what the hell? Dude, I'm not even lying to you guys. That I just drove by this lady and she literally, like, just walked by me when I was parked in my driveway. And she's, like, already over here, like, bro, I do not know. Anyways, but yeah, it's like in college, these women have a hoe phase, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go have my fun, and then after I get ran through, then I'm gonna settle down and blah blah blah. Whereas, like, with men, it's different. We're really trying to grind and become the best man that we can be, and that way, when we get to where we want to get as a man, we can attract the right woman into our life because we're kind of valued on different things. Um, because right now, even if like I'm 24 years old and I'm a better looking guy than, like, a 35-year-old man, if he has more money than me, like a lot more money, like, most women are gonna go to that guy and not me. Why is that? Because he has resources. They're gonna feel more secure. Um, you know. Whereas, like, if you flip flop it, as a man, guys, do you want to be with a woman who's 24 years old and gorgeous, or do you want to be with a woman who's 35 years old and makes more money? And maybe she's going to have more mileage on her. She's going to have a higher body count being that age. Obviously, you'd want to go for the 24-year-old woman who's more beautiful, assuming both are like mentally stable, of course, because we're just into different things. So, so that's why, especially as a man, it's important to work on yourself. Women, you should too, of course, but as a man, like you have to build yourself up. You could always, meet each other young in high school and stuff, maybe even in college, but I just think for the most part, those days are pretty much over and behind us because social media kind of ruined all that. Um, so it is what it is. It's the world we're kind of in. Um, you can either bitch about it or you could either step up, play the game, and win the game. Um, and that's really the point I want to drive home in this video is that if you're a guy in your 20s and you're single, take advantage of it. Use that time, use that money, become your best self. It's not going to happen overnight, and if it did, the journey wouldn't be worth it. Um, but you have to ask yourself, where do you want to be like 5 years from now? And look at where you were 5 years ago. Um, is that trajectory working? Is it something you're happy with? Is there something you could change up? Like, what is it? And if you're not where you want to be, what's holding you back? I mean, is it something you can control? Is it something that's no longer in your life and now you took care of that situation? I mean, what is it? Um, yeah, I just think like most girls you're gonna see in your 20s, they're just kind of gonna want to have fun and they're not really gonna want to like commit. Um, and that can cause a lot of issues. You could even have a baby with this woman on accident, and then now you gotta owe child support, or you rush into it too fast and maybe you get married to the wrong one and now you got to pay alimony. I mean, there's so many like bad things that can happen to us men. Women don't really so much have to worry about that because the government's kind of like on their side. um so you got to really lock in and just go after what it is you want in life, and then be okay with having to wait. Good great things are worth the wait. They take time, they take patience. If it was easy, if it was instant gratification, like everybody would have it, and then therefore it wouldn't be special, it wouldn't be rare, it wouldn't be of value. So you really do have to put in the time, and success for you might look different than success for me and then the next person. That's why it's so important to really like identify where do you want to be. Like, not like what I'm telling you or what like the other YouTuber or your neighbor or your parents. Like, no, where do you want to be? What makes you happy? What makes you tick? Like, what motivates you? And you have to figure that out. And once you figure that out, you can therefore put together a plan and start working towards it. But if you don't even know, you're really just going to be floating around, and then the years are just going to fly by like that, guys. I'm telling you, like, life is just going by so fast before us, and like I'm telling you, man, I would rather like suffer through my 20s with discipline than having the regret, having to face that pain of regret my whole entire life, knowing that I could have been better and I didn't try. I could have attracted higher quality people into my life, but I didn't put in the work. And I'm just not okay with that. If you are, cool, but then this channel probably isn't for you. But um it's not about being perfect. Like, I'm not even trying to be on this whole self-help bullshit, like, because I don't even agree with a lot of all this cringy ass like content people are trying to sell. I ain't trying to sell you shit. I'm not trying to get you to pay for anything. This is all free. Like, I don't care. I'm just speaking my mind and trying to motivate you guys to find what works for you. Not what I want you to do. I don't care. But what works for you and what do you want? Being single is a blessing like in your 20s. Um so use it, become valuable. If you're with the job, move up in the company. Get in the gym, improve your physique, get stronger. Start that business, start that YouTube channel, start making friends, maybe, build connections, build business relationships. Like, I mean, there's so many things you could do. Learn skills, like, learn how to shoot guns, learn how to be better with your hands. Um, just so many things. Like, because I would imagine all of us want to have kids one day. Not, well, yeah, obviously not all, but like I would say a lot of us do, right? Because we want to carry on the last name, and we just want to leave something behind when we die and we leave this planet. We want to leave something behind, some kind of legacy to carry the name, right? I think it's normal. And you want to have good genetics, right? Good genes. So you're going to want to get with a good partner that has good genes, which means you got to be valuable, become valuable so you can meet someone valuable. Then at that point, you want to be the best father that you could be for your kids. And how can you do that if you haven't even done the work on yourself? You see what I'm saying? So it's all in line, but you have to start that journey now. You cannot wait. The sooner you start, the better. Like, it's gonna be way better for you, for your future wife, for your future kids. And you don't even have to get married. Maybe you guys just date and then you have kids. That's fine too. And then maybe you get married in God's eyes. You don't always have to involve the government in every little thing. But you guys know what I'm saying, though. If you become the best you, everybody around you in your circle wins. And I'm not saying have those people leech off of you, but man, I'm telling you, everything's gonna work after that. So yeah, just keep doing what you got to do. Keep grinding. I know it's hard. I know it sucks. There's days where I feel lonely as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Some days are really hard and depressing, especially at nighttime. It gets dark. I get really lonely, and I start second guessing like certain things in life. But I know it's gonna pay off one day. I'm putting in the work. I'm moving forward towards my goals. Now, if you're going through those feelings and you're not actually moving forward, that's a different story. That's on you. You have to step up and as a man and do better. Um, but if you're taking action, it's gonna happen, man. It's not all gonna be like this the whole time. It's gonna be like this. But as long as you're going up a little bit each year, then you're good, man. So that's pretty much the video for today. Um, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get this shit going, guys. Like, it's gonna be a big year, big rest of the year. We're going into the fall months and the winter months, and it's already almost 2026. So let's start locking in now and put ourselves in a good position for 2026. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.